If I do not put on a sober habit, talk with respect, swear but now and then, wear prayer books in my pocket, look demurely, use all the observance of civility like one well studied in a sad aspect, to please his grandam, never trust me more.
Out upon him! Prig! For my life, prig! He haunts wakes, fairs, and bear baitings.
Oh, very true, sir. That's the rogue that put me in this apparel.
Jesse L. Martin and Jesse Tyler Ferguson, welcome to On Stage.
Thank you for having us.
You know, this is the Jesse segment.
This is the Jesse segment.
Al Pacino offered to come in, but we said, you're only an Al.
We're going with a theme, it ruins the whole thing.
I'm sure he's heartbroken.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, he's been really mean to us tonight.
I have to say, most people go on vacation in the summer months, but you guys choose to do Shakespeare, not one, but two.
Yeah.
At the same time, in repertory, outside, exposed to the elements, and they're long Shakespeares to boot.
Yeah. Long, difficult ones.
What possessed you?
Well, for me, it is a vacation to come and be able to do theater. Having done television all year, it feels like theater camp. So, with really fancy, awesome actors.
And very, very, very nice costumes.
Yeah.
I can't say that it feels like a vacation because it's definitely work.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more work than I imagined when I said yes. But I love it. I mean, we got one of the best ensemble casts ever, if you ask me.
I would agree.
And, you know, we're having a blast. Even when it's hard, we're having a blast.
Now, this is repertory, as I mentioned. Yeah. It's the first time in 40 years that they've done the Shakespeare in the Park in repertory.
Something like that, yeah.
How daunting is it for you? I mean, it must be an incredible challenge.
I think at the beginning we were kind of like, terrified. Yeah, well, it'll be fine. Yeah, we're terrified, but also kind of didn't realize what we're getting ourselves into. And it was about halfway through the rehearsal process when we were really like in the thick of rehearsing both plays at the same time. And really running between two rooms and going between two directors, that we kind of all our smiles started cracking. But now that we're up and running, it's at least every night we know we have to focus on one show.
Yeah.
There's that. Like during those rehearsal days when we had to like we would sometimes do a run through of one play in the morning and then in the afternoon do a run through of the other one. I cannot believe we did that.
I can't either. I mean, I guess I'm glad we did it because now it's a whole lot easier just to do one a night.
Yeah.
But
trying to keep track of the roles and
it's not that hard, is it?
That part's not too hard because just going into the room and just being in the moment of the play, it's like you're immediately put into
that world.
The mindset that you need to be in. But for me it was mostly difficult just working with two completely different directors and different styles.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, now Jesse L. Martin, you are being reunited with Michael Greif, who first directed you in the original company of Rent.
That's correct.
How's that experience?
It's been awesome. It's been really, first of all, I mean, I think Michael had a lot to do with me getting the roles in these shows. I don't know Dan Sullivan at all. I love him, but I don't know him.
You still don't know him?
Well, I know him a little bit now.
Since then.
But I mean, when the decisions were being made.
Let's make this clear. Michael Greif is directing Winter's Tale, and Daniel Sullivan is directing Merchant of Venice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when Michael called and said, you know, you want to come to the park and do some Shakespeare, you know, I immediately said yes. And without really knowing what I'd gotten myself into. I mean, with the whole rep thing. I mean, I haven't done rep since I got out of school, you know, with the acting company. And then I was really young and didn't even know it was hard. Now I know it's really hard. I mean, look, the truth of the matter is I'm so grateful to be doing it because, you know, there's a list of things. It's work, and there's a list of things that actors want to do, particularly New York stage actors. And, you know, working at the Public is one, doing Shakespeare in the Park is another. And I've knocked off 2 of them in one summer, or at least am knocking off 2 of them. I got to make it through the rest of the run. But that feels really, really good. You know, that's great to cross that off the list.
You do it magnificently.
Thank you.
Jesse Tyler Ferguson, I have to say that, your full name.
I like it.
You are fast becoming the go-to guy for goofy stage comedy, whether it's plays or musicals. And there's a lot of very interesting shtick that you put into both roles, but particularly in Winter's Tale. How do you craft all that stage business? How do you come up with your
It's funny because on the first day of rehearsal, actually Hamish Linklater was not at our rehearsals for the first 2 weeks because he was doing a film. So I teased him over text messages saying that I put up a sign-up sheet for all the bits, like spit takes and
Yeah.
and depanting, and I was like, I've already signed up for almost all the bits that you can possibly put into Winter's Tale, so you're gonna have to find your own.
Well.
Yeah, it's been great, and it's been fun because on Modern Family, I have to sort of be the straight guy, and this is kind of what I love to do, is be a little more do the physical comedy. So it's been great to be able to do that in this show.
Powerful at it.
You do a great job. You know, on a more serious note, Merchant of Venice is always rather problematic because of the inherent anti-Semitism. I'm just curious, did Daniel Sullivan discuss with the cast his approach to dealing with that very difficult topic?
At length. I mean,
Really?
we had a whole week of just sitting at the table reading the play, and Barry Edelstein, who's our dramaturg, I mean, he went to like crazy lengths to sort of get us in this world, and we talked a lot about Christianity versus anti-Semitism. I mean, Christianity versus Judaism, and it was. I mean, we got a lot in there that first week.
And I think his objective is just sort of to face it head on, but also acknowledge the fact that we're presenting a world where people are very anti-Semitic, but it's not an anti-Semitic play, which I think is an interesting way of looking at it. But we are, I mean, the Christians in this play are not. They say some tough stuff. I mean, they're not the best
Nobody's
of people.
good.
It's hard.
You know what? You guys give us tears and you give us great laughs, and I have to thank you both so much for tremendous performances, and I wish it could last through the summer, but you need a vacation, don't you?
You don't get one.
Finally,
I don't get one.
All right. Well, Jesse L. Martin, Jesse Tyler Ferguson, thanks so much for coming in. Good luck with
Thank you,
Merchant
Roma.
of Venice
Roma.
and Winter's Tale in repertory at the Public Theater.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you.